All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. Today we're going to look under the hood of modern business. We're talking about the massive, constantly churning data engines behind global companies. Think of an e-commerce giant like Amazon. And we're going to figure out why they absolutely need a specific piece of technology called a data warehouse. We're not just talking about a few spreadsheets here, right? We're talking about taming petabytes of sheer chaos. So let's break this whole thing down.
Part 1. The Daily Data Avalanche.
To really grasp the solution here, we first have to fully appreciate the sheer scale of the problem. Just imagine this one word: millions. Seriously, Amazon ships upwards of 1.6 million packages every single day. That's what, roughly 18 orders per second? Click, click, click. Every second of every single day, all across the globe, people are hitting buy, and that creates a relentless, never-ending stream of digital information just pouring into their systems.
So, where exactly does all that immediate activity go? Well, all these rapid-fire transactions from the shopping cart, the shipping systems, the credit card processors, they get stored in an operational database. This is often called an OLTP system, or online transaction processing. Think of it as the frontline worker. It's catching new orders, logging brand new customer registrations, securely processing payments, and tracking deliveries. It handles the right now. Its entire job is literally just keeping the business running smoothly second by second, making sure your payment goes through and your order gets into the shipping queue without a single hitch.
Which brings us to Section 2, the big analytical questions.
Because let's be honest, running day-to-day operations is only half the battle. Imagine the CEO just walks into the room. They don't care about a single lost package, right? They demand strategy. First, they might ask, which single product sold the most over a massive 5-year span? I mean, just think about the sheer computational weight of sifting through 5 years of millions of daily orders to figure that out.
But before you can even run that query, they pivot. Now they want geographic trends. They ask, which city generates maximum revenue? They want to pinpoint exactly where their absolute best, highest-paying customer base lives so they can target tomorrow's massive marketing campaign.
And finally, looking at historical trends, cutting through the noise of spring blossoms and winter snowstorms, they ask, which season has the highest sales? They're looking for deep, repeating historical truths to actually guide the entire company's future strategy.
And wow, this perfectly illustrates our core bottleneck. On one hand, our operational database is built for incredibly fast writes, basically catching incoming data as fast as possible. On the other hand, the CEO needs heavy historical reads. The problem? The operational database simply cannot answer these questions efficiently because it is optimized for transactions. If you ask that operational database to search through 5 years of history while it's actively processing thousands of live payments a second, well, you'd bring this storefront to a grinding halt. There is a massive mismatch between how the data is stored daily and how it actually needs to be analyzed historically.
Moving on to Section 3, the Data Warehouse Solution.
So, to solve this without totally breaking the live storefront, companies build a data warehouse. Basically, historical data from the operational servers gets pulled, swept clean, and placed into a centralized OLAP, or Online Analytical Processing repository. Instead of querying the live database, you take all that historical data and store it in this entirely new, dedicated space. It's specially designed for one specific thing: heavy analysis and decision-making. You essentially leave the operational database alone to handle the fast, daily transactions, and you use the data warehouse to handle those heavy, historical CEO questions.
All right, final part, Section 4, defining the data warehouse.
So, what exactly makes a database a true data warehouse? Well, it breaks down into 4 key pillars. First up, it's subject-oriented. This means it's organized around major business subjects like sales, products, or customers, rather than just raw daily application processes. Second, it's integrated, meaning it pieces together different data streams from multiple operational systems into one unified format. Third, it's time variant. This is absolutely crucial for answering those 5-year trend questions because it specifically stores historical data over time, not just the current live status. And finally, fourth, it is non-volatile. It's locked in securely. Once data goes into the warehouse, it doesn't just disappear or get constantly overwritten like it does in a daily transaction database. It stays there to be analyzed.
This actually leads us directly to the father of the data warehouse, W.H. Inman. His famous definition perfectly synthesizes those 4 pillars we just went over. He states that a data warehouse is a subject-oriented, integrated, time-variant, and non-volatile collection of data,
used to support management's decision-making process. And that is exactly what we just walked through, right? It transforms the absolute chaos of millions of daily operations into a rock-solid foundation for massive strategic decisions.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a question about your own organization. Take a second and think about the data your company generates daily. Are you just collecting an avalanche of daily transactions? Or are you storing data in a way that actually lets you answer the big questions? Are you truly equipped to chart your future? Or are you just kind of trying to survive the daily rush? Understanding the true power of a data warehouse is really the first step toward turning raw data into your greatest strategic advantage.